we'll get our... You're live! You're live! Hey!
Yeah, sick. Okay.
We don't know if it's actually on right now. So whoever's listening, tell us. Talking. If something's going wrong. You're live! You're live! Hey! I'm messing it all up already. We don't know if it's actually on right now. So whoever's listening, tell us. Talking. If something's going wrong. You're live! You're live! Hey! We do already. We don't know if it's actually on right now. So whoever's listening, yeah. Talking audience. If something's going wrong. You're live! Hey! We do already. We don't know if it's actually on right now. Are you listening? Yeah. Talking audience. If something's going wrong. You're live! Hey! We do. Welcome to Cruisin the Planet. Are you listening? Yeah. Talking audience. You're live. Hey! We do. Welcome to Cruisin the Planet. Are you listening? Yeah. Talking audience. You're live. Hey! We do. Welcome to Cruisin the Planet. Yeah. Talking audience. You're live. Hey! We do. I work as a digital media specialist for KXTR 100.7 The Planet. I do this.
This is literally all.
This is my job and the Twitter account, I guess.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, heck
We
yeah.
have a phenomenal Twitter account, so follow us at KXTR 100.7 The Planet. Is that what it is?
I think it's... Let me pull up the app because it's a little different. You're not allowed to have
Oh, you're not allowed to have points.
points, so
Yeah.
I think it's 1007. So I'm getting told that we have one concurrent viewers. If we do, that'd be great. Y'all want to say something in chat? Let us know what you're up to. Otherwise, we don't know if we're doing good or not.
Yeah, seriously, we're just chilling. You know,
Yeah.
tell us how we're doing. We're doing good. We're doing great. Could we do worse? Let us know.
Yeah. Tell us. I think we have the microphone input correctly.
If you can't hear us,
That's my
let
biggest
us
fear.
know.
Yeah, that's my...
Well, they wouldn't know until
Oh, that's a good point.
because last time the audio was coming in through this camera.
Mhm.
So if you can't hear us, or if we're too quiet, let us know so we can fix it. Because we can do that. We just don't know if we're doing it right.
Yeah, we're kind of amateurs, so you know, we could appreciate some pointers.
Any help would be best. I'm gonna try and adjust this.
Or if anybody wants to order us DoorDash, we'll take that too.
Oh yeah, math building.
Room 138.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they'll be able to find us.
There, now I'm in frame, you're in frame. Here we go.
I look really good when I'm in frame.
Yes.
I don't know, my mom always
Yes,
told
we
me I
do.
had a face for radio, but I always disagreed.
Hold on.
Yeah, you want to?
No, I'm good. I don't want to dig into that
No,
one.
no,
I'm
that
actually
works.
good. Never mind. You made this can of worms, now slip in it.
Is that?
Nah.
Not quite.
It's not the saying, actually. I got a buddy of mine, Timothy, that whenever I went down to Austin that weekend,
Mm-hmm.
I told you about that?
No.
Oh, I went to Austin for the first time for a
Okay.
weekend.
Cool.
It was nice. I went to a birthday party.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I got adopted by a family.
Okay.
There's an echo on the audio, not a bad one. Thanks, boss. Thanks, Lance.
Oh hey, it's Lance.
Yeah, Lance is in there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. If it's not that bad, we're gonna keep going with it until someone has a problem. The instant somebody does have a problem, we'll work on it. We'll fix it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will fix that.
Yeah. I'll keep tinkering with these little settings here, and we'll just go for it, maybe.
These things can be much more complicated than you might think.
So what were you saying then?
You were talking about getting adopted in Austin, I believe.
Yeah. So that might have fixed it right then and there. I could have also made it silent. That's what I was thinking as well, Lance, the difference between the camera audio and the microphone audio. I just turned off the mic audio, I think. You won't be able to know that for another, 6 seconds, though.
Wait. The camera audio versus...
There's microphones on both sides of this camera here.
Right.
One on this side, one on this side.
Right.
And so it was picking up last week when we did the test. It was picking up our audio, not the microphones. That did it. Woo! Woo! All right, baby, we're in full business now. I'll move my microphone up a little bit so I can sit up straight.
Business casual.
Because posture. So where was I? Austin?
Right.
So I went down to Austin, and on the, it's about an hour drive. It was actually why I had to leave College Radio Day a little early.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you heard anything about that, of I had to go. It was for that trip, for that weekend.
Okay.
So now just turn your mics up a little. You got it, Chief. And turn this up a little more. There. Tell us how that sounds. Let us know if we're doing good.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh. Is that good? No, just anyway. Maybe not. Possibly.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, we'll be told. There's a chat for
That's
a
true.
reason.
That's true.
They'll tell us how
That's a very
good
good
and
point.
or bad we are.
Mm-hmm.
So, back to the Austin story for the third time. On the way down there, we got going back and forth. Tim and I are both the same level of ADHD almost.
Right.
So we can really get off topic quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As you, the viewers, will get very quickly. Thank you so much, Lance. Say great audio.
Nice.
We did it.
Heck
we did
yeah.
our job at working at a radio station.
Let me just pat myself on the back real quick. All right. Cool. Cool.
I want to thank my mom.
I would like to thank
The
his
Academy.
mother too. Not the Academy.
Anyways, Austin. I'm the
Right.
worst.
Right.
So, on the drive down there, we were just at one point, the conversation had pushed its way to old sayings, we'll burn the bridge when we get there. You've opened this can of worms. Another one was you've made your bed, now sleep in it. So he just turns to me and he goes, you've opened this can of worms, now sleep in it. I was like, that's upsetting.
Yeah, that's a very unpleasant mental image that I now have in my head. And I got to think about what it's like to sleep in a big pile of worms now. So
and
thanks,
so
Ethan,
do
for
you.
that.
Well, it's not even a pile, it's a can.
A can. Well,
so you
I
can
mean,
get in there.
I'm assuming. Oh, okay. Well, see, I was thinking you dump the
Sleeping
ones
bag.
out.
Sleeping bag
Sleeping
style.
bag. That's somehow worse. Although it's kind of what I imagine that Luke did whenever he sliced open that, what was that, like a tauntaun? Is that what it was called?
Mhm.
In Star Wars.
Oh,
Episode
yeah, they cut
5.
when Han Solo found Luke and
Yeah.
cut the
Mhm.
tauntaun open so they could sleep in it for
Yep.
the night.
Yep. That's gross.
Yeah.
All right. So this is like an actual episode of Cruising.
This
with
is
the
actually
Planet
going to
now.
go out and
This
be
is not
produced.
the test episode.
This is
that
the
we-
test episode.
Okay.
People know that we know Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
They know that I went to Austin.
Right.
They know that we're weird
Mm-hmm.
and talk about worms.
Well, we do both work at a radio station too. I
This
think
is
that's
true.
a
We both work at a radio
big
station.
tell.
We both work at technically 2 stations. How do
That's
we want
true.
to explain it? You want to get into it? Because
Well-
one of them is your whole thing.
Yeah, sure. So there's actually 2 radio stations that broadcast out of this building. Technically, this is where all of the audio and stuff comes from.
Building
There's-
works.
Yeah, there's KXTR 100.7 The Planet, which is a rock and hip-hop station. Rock during the day, hip-hop at night. Did we recently do the switch to the 8 p.m. hip-hop? instead
Hasn't
of
happened
10?
yet. We are having a switch on KXTR. Big announcement that hip hop will be starting at 8 p.m. in
Mhm.
2 days.
Right. Okay, cool. And then, actually, okay, so there's that, which broadcasts from an antenna probably
It's about 20
200
miles
or
that
300
way.
yards. No, KXTR broadcasts right
Oh.
outside of there.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 200 or 300 yards way over by the Tarleton Smokestack. It's pretty cool. I had to go over there and close some vents today. And then there's
Everyone takes pretty
KTRL
pictures.
across the hallway, which is 90.5 FM, which is an NPR station. It broadcasts all sorts of NPR programs, anything public radio. And there's local hosts that do breaks every couple of minutes during the morning edition and All Things Considered.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. Oh, KXTR too.
Yes.
We have a ton of student DJs.
Student DJs.
Which is pretty cool. That's actually how I got started here. I think that's how you got started.
I had a show as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just go in there, play music, talk every couple minutes.
You get to select your music for like a 2-hour segment, and you get to make your own breaks. It's a good resume builder, but it's also how we got introduced to the radio game. Well, that's not true entirely. You were introduced to the radio game way sooner than I was.
That's true, yeah. In high school, I was actually in FFA with, and I did radio broadcasting because I have sounded this way since I was about 12 years old. It was weird. And my teacher was like, that voice needs to be on the radio. So that voice got on the radio. And did that for a couple of years. That's actually what got me into radio in the first place. And then I came here and I was like, whoa, I can be a DJ on an actual radio station. That's so cool. And then I did that. Boom.
And now you do a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I'm like a whole host now.
You're a host for a
Weird.
show. And you're planning things. You're getting in touch with people. You're making contacts.
Yeah, like Catholic Charities of Fort Worth, which we talked about recently, which Ethan's mother works at.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
That was a pretty cool. It's a good opportunity. I like to use it to do like philanthropy focus and good news, which are two little, I guess, segments you could call them on my show. Philanthropy focus, we select a nonprofit, talk about it, tell how people can help it, that sort of thing. And good news is like, your typical news break with headlines and whatnot, but it's the more positive stuff, not stuff that makes you go, ugh, that's kind of depressing, which I think we need more of in today's media environment.
Especially, yeah. The biggest problem is that like negativity bias that humans have. You ever like?
That's what I've been talking about lately on the show. I read this study that people react like crazy more intensely to negative news than they do to positive news. Mm-hmm. It's messed up, man.
Well, it's a survival tactic. You know what I mean? You've got this whole situation of like, if you mess up really bad, that's it forever, right? We're talking about the big muerto. You know what I mean?
The big muerto.
So, but with that, you've got fear is healthy to a degree that it keeps you alive, technically.
Right.
However, in today's day and age, we call it accidents because no one has planned. We're so good at keeping you alive that if you do die, it was a mistake.
That's a very good point.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that, you've got this whole situation of like, a lot of people have a lot of fear from a natural instinct that used to keep them alive. Because you were responsible for you, I was responsible for me. A bear could show up. Mm-hmm. I come from Montana, so that still happens anyways. But
right, is that what a bear sounds like? Does it go?
What was it? A little lower. Maybe.
It just sounds like a cat.
I've only seen like 4 bears in my whole life.
I've seen no bears, so you're doing better than I am.
I guess.
Okay, you were saying though.
As what I was saying is just like fear is not necessary anymore for a lot of things. Let me rephrase that. Fear is necessary for different things. It's like fear of like amounting to something useful, fear of like rejection, fear of missing out. That's a big one.
FOMO.
FOMO is a whole
serious.
like social media thing, which is my job.
Got
him. Quick plug. But with that, you've got this sort of like push to where people naturally need like something to fear and be worried about and be anxious. I was talking to you last week about the, or was it last week or yesterday?
About what?
The ADHD stuff.
About the ADHD stuff. That was yesterday, I think.
That was yesterday. So with that, there's this whole setup that like allows you. I'm just gonna say it like this now because I'm more comfortable that way. There's this whole setup that like worry is whenever your attention and focus has nothing to focus and attention on. So you start pre-focusing on things that haven't happened yet, and your brain starts doing this whole spiral thing. I can talk a lot about just worry in general. I'll have nothing to focus on. So it's like a camera lens that loses focus. It technically is now focusing on everything. But nothing is coming out at you, so you're focusing on everything that's possibly happening within your like sphere of influence, and everything's going fine. But you're so used to having to worry about something that you're worried about everything now. You know what I mean? You're focused on so much, you can focus on nothing, and you realize that, and you hit this critical point of just being like, I don't know.
If anybody feels called out by this, you may want to seek medical help.
Or just talk to a buddy.
Or a buddy.
Like,
or a good counselor. Or
Yeah.
your dog. Talk to something.
talk to someone or somebody. Something or somebody.
There you go.
Yeah.
I am not a licensed medical professional, though. Don't consider me to be one. Vaccines are good, though.
And like that, we've lost our audience.
Yeah, sorry, bye, everybody. That's it.
No.
We're off the air.
In this town,
In this economy,
In
having
this
opinions
economy?
in this economy,
dude, honestly, though.
I'm pretty broke for having opinions. Yeah.
Or
I
morals.
Can't afford to. Morally, both. Yeah.
Lance, actually, our boss, manager of the station, and probably Santa Claus.
Probably.
We'll
Not
get
confirmed.
We'll
but
get into that a little bit later.
Probably.
Our, like, proof.
Mm-hmm.
Lance was talking to me about the new Kanye West album.
Oh, yeah?
You have opinions on music? Hit me up. Because that's something that's happening right now.
It's interesting. It's actually not bad musically. I don't not enjoy it. I think I can't tell if Kanye is losing his mind or if this is all just because he's trying to stay relevant. I could understand either one because
That's a different point of view than I've been told.
really.
Yes.
Well, that's something that I guess it's kind of my own personal thing. Like, I don't actually think Kanye West is insane. I actually think he's probably a pretty smart guy. But I think he's doing all of this just to remain in the public eye. And because he wants to be the most out there guy that he possibly can. I mean, this is the dude that showed up with a bottle of Henny in hand to the whatever music awards that was that one year, you know. He's always been very out there, and one of the things that is kind of like driving people up the wall is this divide between, you know, your fundamentalist right-wing Christian types and then your more so leftist forward-thinking who don't so much affiliate with any sort of one religion. Like, their identity is not so much found in religion.
Yeah.
It's almost like Kanye is taking those people who I would say make up the majority of the rap community. They don't necessarily affiliate with any specific religion or whatever, you know. And he's like, hey, look what I can do and that nobody else is doing. And this is everybody's going to want to listen to this now, you know.
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. And I was reading this article today. Apparently he says that God has blessed him with a $65 million tax return for being a born-again Christian. So, God, if you could do that for me, that'd be great. Thank you, please. Just saying. Or any of our wonderful viewers, please give me money. That's my plug.
No, we can't do that. No, stop. Stop. We can't cut. It's live. We're stuck. What have you done? What have you done? And anyways, yeah, I definitely see the him losing his mind thing, just because that's like, to stay relevant makes a lot of sense. He's always been pulling stunts to some degree to get like back in front of everyone's eyes, like pulling for that attention. This time though, most of the opinions I've been told of people are like, this is like nasty. This is wrong on the level of like, he's not, if he was really practicing what he was preaching, he'd give all of his stuff away to me. Because I need it. Mine.
Well, literally, he's one of the most filthy rich men in the world, and he's doing absolutely no redistributing of his wealth, which is, I would like to point out to our listeners, explicitly called for in the Bible. Yeah, you are understood to keep what is, you know, for yourself and
what
your
is
family.
necessary.
Yeah, necessary, what you can sustain yourself with, but pretty much every cent over that you're supposed to give back.
Hoarding of wealth is bad.
Jesus said so.
It's called greed.
Quote me on it.
Hey, 7 deadly sins. You got greed? You got pride? I mean, what hasn't he committed to this point?
That's a really good point. Well, that's the whole point of being a born-again Christian, though, is that you can... it's like you absolve yourself of these sins. Like, yes, you acknowledge that you may have been an awful person in the beginning, but now you're like this really good guy. And who knows? Kanye may surprise us. Maybe he really is into this thing.
Maybe
like,
he started the whole tree planting campaign. You seen the ads for that all over YouTube?
I thought that was the
Mr.
Beast guy.
It was Mr. Beast, but if he drops in like 1 million trees, or just goes and like actually cleans out the ocean.
You know who did drop in 1 million trees?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elongated muskrat. Thank you for that. That's his full name. Did you not know that? Yes, Elon Musk's full name is Elongated Muskrat.
Stop. He could crush us.
I wish.
He control. Excuse me.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I joke.
Yo, what? I'm so confused. I am lost.
Oh, do you need a map? Because I can.
You're a dad joke. Just stop.
I have a map.
Yo.
Yo.
Him showing that.
Classified information right here, folks. Oh yeah.
You're an
very,
idiot.
very classified information.
Oh
right
my
here.
goodness.
It's casual. You know
It's
what?
casual. Whatever.
We handle top secret info here at KTRL and KXTR. That's why we're the
We do,
coolest.
actually. We
We're
knew
the-
a lot of stuff
Mhm.
before things were going to happen on campus as well.
Mhm.
Let's run over to the Tarleton State news,
Okay.
what's happening right now.
Let's go for it.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know anything that's going on. I
Well-
don't live on campus.
I keep my ear pretty hard to the ground, and what I can tell you about, there's the D1 jump. That's a big thing.
Oh, the D1 jump.
There's the fact that our
Dude.
football team is going to be, I forget what the word for it is, like essentially a free agent. We're just going to be able to play whoever, whenever, because the Western Athletic Conference actually does not have a football league at the moment. So that's something that's kind of interesting.
No, they're trying to put us in with Corpus. Texas
Well,
A&M Corpus.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
WAC doesn't have an established football league because they don't have enough member schools that have football teams.
Mm.
It used to have a very strong football league, but not anymore. They're trying to reestablish it with us, Corpus Christi, New Mexico State, I believe, and a couple of other larger but not gigantic schools. Trying to get that reinstated. There is actually a fairly strong soccer league, which is pretty interesting in the WAC. Which that's kind of cool because I know
Something not football finally.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, this move is not beneficial for football whatsoever. We have an incredible football team, but this doesn't help them out, and it was actually
It actually hurts them.
debatable. It's more of a horizontal movement, you know, because now we get to play teams like TCU who's actually invited us to play them already.
But we get to lose to them.
Possibly. But
come
this
on
is
now.
also the team that has gone completely undefeated for 2 seasons now.
We have.
Until the playoffs, obviously. But, yeah.
We go undefeated,
Yeah.
but we're on a level below them. It's not
Correct.
as much of a horizontal shift as you would
Correct,
say, though.
But when you start playing those teams, you start getting the opportunity to increase your skill level.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a trial by fire sort of thing. It's not going to hurt us. It can only help us, but however much it helps us is entirely dependent on how the football
How hard
coach
we
treats
move.
it.
Yeah.
However, this football coach, I can't remember his name, but dude really knows what he's talking about because we had the chance to go to, I believe, the Southland Conference with SFA and Sam Houston and all them, and he was like, no, I will absolutely not do that. He essentially said that would be a step down from where we currently are in D2. Stepping into the Southland Conference, even though it is D1, would be a step down for us because, let's be honest, SFA sucks. Sam Houston sucks. Can I say sucks? They're bad.
Yeah. We'll just
They're
go,
bad.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll look up rules and guidelines.
Sounds good. But
community rules and guidelines.
oh, there we go. Essentially, though, those teams aren't that great, and they haven't shown much improvement. But what being in the WAC allows us to do is to play a bunch of teams that we think are really good or the teams that they think we might be good. Yeah, we might lose, but it's going to be better, especially for the publicity of the school. Because when you see Tarleton State up against TCU, I mean, that's a game that could even end up being televised, possibly, which is something that I don't think has ever happened for Tarleton before. Maybe on like ESPN 3, 4, or 5, if those are things, but not anything.
It
super
could be on
legit,
what
you know.
Kirk used to work on, the Southwest.
Yeah, like a local network.
No,
yeah.
it was Fox Southwest.
Oh, Fox Southwest.
They did
Is that a
all-
thing?
That was Kirk's job.
Really?
Was like managing. That's why he's video production for the college now.
Kirk is the other guy that works here. That's not a student. He's pretty cool.
That's just how you classify them. The guys who are students, the guys who are not students.
Well, if you want to get into the whole Santa thing, I mean, he's like head elf, and then we're all.
Oh, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
He's totally head elf.
That's what I'm saying. We work for Santa Claus. His name's Lance McFarland. It's pretty cool.
He works out of Math 138.
Drives a.
I don't
Chevy.
know. I don't think it's a Chevy.
Yeah, it's a Chevy.
It is?
Yeah.
I didn't know Chevys made hatchbacks.
Mm-hmm. It's technically like a crossover utility vehicle.
You
but
learn
yeah.
something every. I mean, it's got a vacuum on the
compact
inside of
utility
it.
vehicle. It's got a what?
It's got a vacuum inside of it.
What?
Yeah, like part of the
you kidding
vehicle.
me?
No, part of the vehicle has a vacuum like in it.
What in the world?
Like comes with a vacuum.
Future.
I drive a stick shift, all right? So I'm like, whoa, anything. Dude, I saw the ad for a Tesla Model S3.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know it drives itself?
Yeah. I spend too much time on the internet, but yeah.
Did you know that it
Yeah.
freaking drives
Well,
itself, dude?
Sort of. It's got
It can be. It has a feature called summon.
Right. It can, yeah.
You can summon it from the parking lot.
Cars are taking over the world, folks. Stand up to the robot overlords. Burn down Tesla Corporation. But we love you, Elon Musk. Thank you for the trees and all that good stuff. You know, it's good.
Electric cars are better.
Oh, for sure.
Computerized driving is better. AI cars, 100% better.
Man, I'm going to be so mad, though, if I'm like 40 years old and I finally have the money to like buy a really cool car, but I can't drive it because the only computers are allowed to drive cars.
Yeah.
You know how mad I'm going to be? Pretty mad.
But you'll be close to boomer so that you can just be like, no, I'm old.
Okay, boomer.
What, you think you destroyed me? Huh? Get out of here.
I don't know. Do you feel destroyed?
Just a little. Just a little. Jake kept yelling it at me while I was working today.
Okay, boomer.
He was just, all right, you know what?
Okay,
Yeah.
it's Dr. Morrow.
Huh?
Hi, Dr. Morrow. He's walking by outside the window. Can't see me. Has no idea that I'm here, but he's pretty cool. That's the actually dean of
But
the
we know him.
college that we are under, because we are actually a department. Fun
College.
fact.
Yeah, College of Liberal and Fine Arts.
Mm-hmm.
We're a department.
Or the College of Lots of Fun Activities.
But if you get the F out of Colfa, it becomes Cola. College of Liberal Arts.
I don't know what to do with this information.
Store it or
No,
not.
No.
All right, out it goes. I will keep it. I am the keeper
Feel free.
of
I don't
secrets.
want it. I have enough
Sick.
useless crap.
Nice.
Yep, it's fine. Okay, so where were we at with the whack discussion? We were at football, right?
Whack?
Whack.
I don't know
Whack.
what whack is.
Western Athletic Conference.
I know what whack is.
Yeah, you
Keep
know
going.
what yeah. It essentially gives us the opportunity to get a lot more publicly viewed, and potentially, with a team as strong as ours is, we might attract other schools with strong football programs to jump into the WAC, because there are a lot of benefits in the other sports that the other conferences around this area don't have.
Got you.
So we might end up pulling in, like, who knows, A&M Commerce, which is only about 2,000 students smaller.
And what's the risk to us?
None.
None?
This can only be beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
really
like if
can't
we
hurt
show up
us.
to the WAC and have no one to fight.
I mean, they have everything but football.
Got you.
They have strong swimming. They have
Got
strong
you.
basketball, I believe. They have strong soccer. They have,
So it could only
Golf
hurt the
even.
most important sport to ever exist.
and well, that's the thing too.
In the minds of Texans.
No, even most Texans will tell you. Like I actually had a conversation with Dr. Hurley about this several times, and he said, no, this is actually very beneficial because it gives us the opportunity to play who we want to when we want to. Like we are at the mercy of nobody. You
Got
know,
you.
we can essentially do whatever we want with our football
Yeah.
program and make it as good or not good as we see fit. But knowing the coach that we have and how phenomenal he is at his job, this is a good thing.
All right.
If we had somebody in that position who wasn't motivated, who didn't care about it, sure, that might be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude knows what's up.
That's
you can
good.
mark my words on that.
As long as we keep him.
Oh, for sure. What else in Tarleton news?
I have insider information on parking, but I want to make that video about it first.
Can we just yell about parking for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why?
There we go.
Why?
There it is.
Why? Seriously, why?
Use your
Okay.
anger.
There are, at this campus alone, what, like 12?
We can look 'em up.
11,000 students and like 2,000 at the satellite campuses, I think. Okay. There's about 11, probably, I would say probably 11,500 students here. And most of those live off campus, I believe. I think there's like a
I
solid.
think it's half the
Is
population.
it half and half?
I think it's half because of the new heritage
Right.
that
Okay.
allows them to put all the first years in, so
Mhm.
everyone else is second year.
Yeah. And then, fun fact, if you drive around campus, you will see like twice as many red zones as you will purple zones. Now, I myself am not a commuter, but I have a lot of commuter friends. And they're
Me.
annoying me with how much they scream about parking.
Oh.
For me, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, yeah, it can be irritating having to walk from, overflow to my residence hall at Integrity. But I have commuter friends who swear that they've missed class literally just because they could not find parking. I wish we could pull this up on the screen here.
We can, actually.
Oh, can we?
Yes, I am a technical wizard. As in, technically, I'm a wizard.
Look how much more red there is on that.
Let's do
Let's see how. Whoa!
There
Oh,
we
that's
go.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm
wizard.
going, and there's a map there. Okay, can you pull the
Yep.
map up for me so I can yell about it?
Yep.
All right. You see, there's a ton
Where do you
of
wanna go?
red up there at the very top of it.
Up on the northern side of campus, I believe.
And can you move your cursor down to that? Go to the right a little bit. Now go up. Now go to the left just a bit. Okay.
There?
Go down a little bit.
What?
Okay. All
You
those
want
buildings.
residence halls.
Those are all academic buildings right there. I'm fairly positive.
Well, so here's football fields.
Yeah.
Here's Wisdom Gym parking. This is.
Yeah. So that little.
Now here's the math building.
That
right here.
rectangle right there, yeah, is where all the academic buildings, D Hall, the student center, that's where all that is.
Yeah, this area.
And all that purple parking is twice as far as any of the red parking. Except for that tiny lot, that lot right there, which is always full outside of the business building. And then
Got this area here.
That's the football field parking. That's a solid 20-minute walk to the closest building.
That's why I skate.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I use a skateboard.
But for us less coordinated folks.
Right?
I'm just kidding. I'm a total skater boy. Somebody please love me.
See you later, boy.
Did she say, see you later, boy?
He was a skater boy. He said, see you later, boy.
No. I thought she said, see you later, boy. Avril Lavigne, please come on the show and talk to us about it. Anyway,
Yeah, come on. We have an extra seat. We have an energy drink somewhere.
if you want to talk about it, I would like to know whether or not you actually did get replaced by the government with a clone. Just
That's
a little bit of information.
That's a lot of work just to replace, like...
They did it to Gucci Mane. Why not Avril Lavigne?
What?
Yeah.
Gucci Mane's a clone.
Oh, yeah.
Are you memeing on me?
A little bit.
Okay. Back to parking.
Back to parking.
All of the red zones, the red lots, are right next to residence halls.
Mm-hmm.
But all the residence halls are right next to buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So they are catering to people who stay on campus.
Right.
Which makes sense in one way. But if we go look up, let's see. I can't spell Tarek. Tarleton State. What? Student body population. Yeah, sure. Total undergraduate enrollment. All right, so our enrollment is 11,000. Does that seem right?
No, it should be. With the satellite campuses, it's 13.
Oh. Yeah, tuition and fee. Nope, I don't want that. Room and board? Jeez, really? You're paying that much for room and board?
Yeah, I pay about...
Yo, what?
What is the breakdown? I think I pay $5,000 for food and parking and living. And like $2,000 goes to food. Just about. And parking, I believe. So that's like $3,000.
Dude.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You are getting scammed.
I live in a government-owned cinder block, attend government-approved courses, and work for a government institution. So, yeah.
So you're in prison?
I guess you could call it that, except I can go out on the weekends.
So can a prisoner.
I hope not.
Ethan, please stop.
That's terrifying.
Please stop.
I mean, as long as they're not, like, serial killers, I guess.
Yeah, I just said criminal. What are you doing? What are you on about, buddy? Yeah, I can't
Not
find anything about population.
killing cereal, that's for sure.
We were at that Halloween thing last night,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And let me just go back to us. We were at the Halloween thing, and this one person walked by our station, and Aaron, you were out getting food, I think, and Aaron like looks over, and she was like, "She has the coolest costume ever." I was like, "Who? Like, which costume?" Because there was like thousands of kids,
Right.
and there was this one girl. She was walking around. She had like a white shirt with a bunch of blood all over it, and like cereal, the little tiny cereal boxes taped to it.
That's incredible.
That was pretty funny.
That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I love that so much. Oh dear God, I wish I could reach that level of creativity.
I mean, sure.
Jealous.
I thought it was fine.
You thought it was fine? You're telling me that's not one of the funniest things you've ever heard of? She was a serial killer. Come on.
That's like a joke from a Boy Scout song, though.
Like, yeah, there was. I was a little kid, wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
It's like a student.
Oh. Still kind of funny. See, I was picturing a small kid doing this. I was like,
no, yeah, that would have been great.
I would
like,
empty out my entire bank account and give it to that child just because that's funny.
Just kid would have gotten a free cotton candy.
Yeah, that's about it. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, that shirt isn't ruined.
Really?
Yeah, it's sugar.
Yeah, to all our viewers out there, I just want to you to understand. Ethan was running a cotton candy machine last night, and I swear to God, I looked over several times, and he was covered in cotton candy from his fingernails to about his elbow, like a solid. It kind of looked like.
I got a picture on my Instagram, actually.
Yeah, it kind of looked like knightly armor almost in some places.
More like fuzzy.
Yeah, it was interesting. And, you know, there's cotton candy flying in the air, and he's covered in cotton candy, and I'm just sitting there eating cotton candy, watching all this happen. Obviously not helping at all. No,
not helping.
Of course not. And yeah, it was kind of an interesting experience for me personally. It was cool, very neat. Turns out kids really like cotton candy too.
Yeah, we sold out. We needed 140 tickets to break even on like everything that we had brought in. Because one ticket was 25 cents, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got 4 for $1. That was it. And so we charged 2 tickets a piece. And we walked out of there with how many tickets?
340, I believe. Yep. And we had to count them all by hand, which was lame. But there were 3 of us.
There were 3 of us, and you just count them in doubles. So it was fine.
2, 4, 7, 10, 11, 34, 62.
That was cool.
My name's Brendan, and I can't count.
2, 4, 11. Wait a minute. I thought you did it right.
No.
Hang on.
No. Did 8 and 11 not tip you off? Like, and then 32, 64? And
I'm going to be honest. I was like trying to figure out how to get a picture on Instagram for this as like show promotion. Because technically right now it's showing no viewers.
Okay.
Well, it keeps saying 1 concurrent viewer, but I think that's us. If it isn't, let us know. Yeah. I know AJ was supposed to show up to the stream. AJ, you're supposed to hop in chat, buddy, old boy, old pal.
Traitor?
Nah, he's hanging out with. He's got somebody came into town to see him, so he's
that's right.
He's probably busy.
Wait, so how would I find this stream if I? Should I just find it? Oh my lord! Oh my lord! I found it.
You found it?
I did. I'm looking at it on my phone. Do we have 2 concurrent viewers
chat
now?
Huh?
Do we have 2 concurrent viewers now?
Yeah, let it. Yeah, we got 2.
Hey!
Hey!
Heck!
It's just us.
It's just we're watching ourselves. All right, look at us go.
Look at us go.
You know what? That's the first step to success. Is
hop
believing
in
yourself. Right?
Hop in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Say something in chat. The mic's covering face.
Gosh, that is a pair of handsome devils.
Yeah, right there and right there.
What do
your hands?
Oh, they are. I could be a hand model.
Hand some. All right. All right.
That was terrible.
I quit. I'm done. I'm done.
All right, I'm going to tweet this out. If any of you follow me on Twitter that tune in after this, I'm so sorry. I'm not any better in person than I am online.
Well, that's the thing, is it actually becomes a video afterwards. So they can watch it. They just don't get to interact with us at the moment. But this whole thing will become a YouTube video and a podcast that'll go up on our channel and on wherever we're doing our podcast currently.
Yeah,
that's my
on
job
Disney's
as well.
new streaming service.
We're not on
and
Disney
also
Plus.
Fox's and Waze, which is a GPS app.
Stop.
But still.
Stop. What was one of the Tomboy?
Tomboy?
That was a. Wasn't that like one of the GPS things with Waze?
Oh,
like,
TomTom.
TomTom. Yeah.
My dad used to have one of those.
That's. Now they're like baked into The Tesla Model S3.
Is that who does the Tesla GPSs?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think TomTom still exists.
You know, have you ever really thought about how many industries cell phones just murdered? Several. Like GPSs, pretty much dead because of cell phones.
What?
Yeah. I mean, when was the last time you actually saw somebody with a GPS in their car?
I see what you're getting at. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, GPS technology is still being used to this day.
Oh, the technology for sure, but like the little
Like
ones
the
that
companies?
you set on your dashboard.
Yeah.
Like
Keep-
TomTom, Garmin, all those.
Got you.
Gone.
Yeah, because Garmin was known for its GPS watches as a running application, but
Mhm.
now, cell phone.
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of people do still use their watches. Because, like, cross-country
Smartwatches.
runners specifically, yeah, they're smartwatches running on, like, Android software.
Which means that it's from a phone company.
Basically a cell phone.
Yeah.
Also, what else? MP3 players. Nobody buys MP3 players anymore because it's in your phone. Don't need them.
The only people that buy Walkmans are Jake.
Yeah, except for Jake. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to meet Jake. He is
Oh,
such a character.
He is such a treat.
Such a treat.
I don't know if we could we'll probably need a hotkey up that is just bleep.
I like the one that just goes, bad word.
Right, but I don't want to, like, spam that one.
I do. I want to make the viewers hate us.
No, we don't even have any viewers.
I want to make the potential viewers hate us. Or me. Hate me. I'll be the villain.
I'll be the villain. Well, you either...
Do you hear the lambs, Clarice? I'm sorry, that got kind of dark.
No, it's just weird. Yo, homie, you want to get dark real quick?
Nope. Actually, yeah, watch this.
Stop. No, stop it. You're a child. You're an absolute
It
child.
got dark.
Oh, got him. Oh, PogChamp got him. Oh. Yeah, throw an F in the chat for
Don't stifle my creativity.
lights.
For lights. Oh, that was cool. I just watched it on the replay. Nice.
We're allowed to see our live about a couple of minutes afterwards. Ooh, I just looked at the time. When do you need to get out of here? Because
whenever.
you have a soccer game.
I do have a soccer game. I'm not even good at playing soccer. I want you guys to understand that. I'm not athletic.
And it's real cold out and dark.
Yeah, it's about,
Is that
let's
still
see.
is that still happening?
Oh, yeah. 38 degrees. Feels like
Woo.
27.
Ooh. Do you have mittens or gloves?
No.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
used
not
to
even
play.
wearing cleats, and it's been raining all day.
Chief.
It's going to be a really bad time. But I'm going to church afterwards. It's going to be a great time there. It's cool. It's fine.
They
It's
serve
awesome.
like soup.
I don't know. Usually they have coffee, though.
Hey, that works.
I actually, so any of our
That
local viewers.
get that burnt bean water.
Yeah, seriously. T-Rock actually gave me a coffee mug, or cup. A cup with it actually had a really cool bendy straw.
Nice.
Because I tweeted about the number of times that I have spilled my coffee during a service, which at that point was like 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Ooh.
It was bad, dude. It's bad. I'm
Dang.
clumsy. I'm very clumsy.
Yeah.
But T-Rock was like, hey, come by the Connection Center next time. They added me on Twitter. They like replied to me.
Woo.
And I was like, whoa, big flex. Then I showed up, and they're like, here, you got a cup. I was like,
You're just like,
mind blown.
I'm Brendan Yo
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter.
That's literally my @ on Twitter. It's @BurnedandYo. Tweet at me.
Mine is my name.
Skater Bob.
What?
Oh, is it Ethan J. Miller?
Yeah, that's my ad.
What is your middle name?
Joseph.
Oh.
Is your middle name Yo?
And what's your mother's maiden name?
Ortiz.
And the last...
Last 5 of my social?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay. What about your credit card number? Could I just have a picture of the front and back of it?
Yo, I don't even know my credit card number. You'll get nothing off the front. Actually, let me show you.
Oh,
Everybody
dear
likes
Lord.
my credit card.
Really?
Yeah, everyone thinks it's cool.
What is it? Is it like a Star Wars credit card or
Nah.
something? It's even better. It's a cassette tape.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not going to show that on the camera. I don't know why. I'll just be like,
you guys don't need to know anything
I'll mess up
about it.
and like you'll get all the information on
Not
the
a
back.
single thing.
Anywho, I dropped my phone.
That was all a clever ploy. He didn't drop his phone. He just wanted to bend and snap. Shout out to all my which one is that? It's the one with the Reese Witherspoon and she's like a lawyer and a law student. Legally Blonde. Yep, bend and snap.
I don't get it.
Have you not seen Legally Blonde?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Well, have you seen John Dies at the end?
I've read about it. Does that count?
You read it?
I've read about it.
Oh. Because it is a book.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, no, I think I know that I've heard the name of the movie
Soy sauce.
probably on like some Reddit post or something. I don't know. Does John die at the end of the movie?
Can't tell you. You gotta watch it.
So we may not have an episode next week due to the death of one of our co-hosts.
Dang, Brendan, I'm gonna hate burying you. Because it ain't gonna be me. I'm telling you that now.
Oh God.
I've been hit by vehicles before.
Oh, that's true. I haven't. We should start a club of employees that have been hit by vehicles. If you
Stop.
know, you know. Hashtag.
You're a problem. You're a problem.
Hashtag IYKYK, folks.
You're a cyberbully.
Yes.
Got him.
Actually, one of my life goals, I don't think I've ever told you about this. I've always wanted to cyberbully Little Peep. Not Little Peep. Sorry, not Little Peep. The other one. Who's the one with the curly hair and the not curly, colorful.
6ix9ine?
No. He was relevant for like a week and then just dropped off the face of the earth. He was the one that was like really young. He was like
6ix9ine.
No. It's not. I know what you're thinking. It's not 6ix9ine.
Okay.
Dadgummit.
No, I don't know that one either.
All right. Let's keep going until I can get back to it. All right. Not finding it still. Good Lord, what was that guy's name? I can't even remember what song. He sang Gucci Gang. Lil Pump. That's who it was.
Lord.
I want to cyberbully Lil Pump so bad. Not because I dislike him, just because I think it would be really funny.
Hold on. What would you do
I don't know.
to Little Pump?
I don't know. He's got such a better life than I do, but like I want to cyberbully him. Like,
Well, that's not cyberbullying. That's punching up. You
is that
understand
respectable?
the punching of you understand the punching in comedy, though, right?
Well, yeah.
So you punch up is whenever you are making shots at people who are above you in
90%
society.
of what I do.
When you punch down, it's when you're punching at people who are considered below you in society.
Why would I do that?
To punch sideways is just like a skirmish. And then there's the best comedy, in my opinion, is the one that doesn't punch at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's also punching sideways can be considered punching in at yourself.
I was gonna say, what if you punch yourself in the head?
Yeah, that's like most current comedy actually is just making fun of yourself. I think it was mostly created by or it was mostly made famous by what was that guy that has the crazy eyeballs and was a dog at one point? Rodney Dangerfield. That's how I remember him.
Was Rodney Dangerfield a dog at some point?
He was in an animated TV show. I'll pull it up.
Are you serious?
He was in an animated movie actually, not a TV show.
Lord.
Let's see. Rodney Dangerfield. That's not how
Rodney
you spell it.
Dangerfield dog movie. I actually knew a guy. His name was.
See, like you know this guy.
Yeah, it was. He has a cousin though. His name was Rodney's Safety Range,
See,
and
you know Dangerfield.
it was pretty cool. A little different from Dangerfield. A little more clean cut. You know what I mean? Kind of played it closer. I hope you guys appreciate my puns because Ethan obviously doesn't.
Dog.
What is that?
Rover Dangerfield.
Rover Dangerfield?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not ever going to watch that.
You sure?
Yep.
Come on.
Nope.
Come on. Come on.
Does he say that? Is that like his catchphrase or something?
No, I'm just being obnoxious.
Okay. All right, I respect that. Oh, hey, that was actually... Gosh, that's so cool.
Oh, the view in the view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little...
That's so
That
cool.
momentary infinity.
I am fairly technologically illiterate, so these things are amazing.
Speaking
to me.
of, I have to teach you this
Oh, yeah, you do.
so that you can run it in the event that I get sick on a Wednesday.
Which, nobody gets sick on a Wednesday, but yeah, for sure. Anyway, is there any...
Camels?
Yeah.
Got him.
Anyway, upcoming Tarleton news that we might want to talk about. I can't really think of anything huge that's on the horizon other than your apparent parking insider information. But I guess,
Tag
folks,
yourself.
you're going to have to wait till Ethan can put out his next masterpiece.
It's not going to be a masterpiece.
It's
just
a
a
masterpiece.
documentary. Actually, speaking of like put out, I have. Oh shoot! I gotta go check on that. I don't want you to just leave you here.
Do it. I will read Green Eggs and Ham. I swear. Wait.
Now I
that's
can't
not-
leave you here. That's
yeah,
a threat.
that's copyright infringement. Sorry.
Yeah, now I can't leave you in here. You're an absolute animal.
Okay, I'll think of something funny to do while you're gone.
No, that's fine.
I'll kind of,
It's fine.
if I make fart sounds, is that considered?
That's just obnoxious. All right. Stop. 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 Brendan, stop. I have color grading to do tonight for 2 YouTube videos that'll be coming up. So you'll get that subscriber notification, all 8 people who are subscribed. I'm friends with 3 of them. No, I'm friends with 2 of them. One of them is me.
I will tell you all that not everybody who works at this radio station is even subscribed to that. Do with that information what you will. Well, as you can see, I am about to face a brutal murder of a death.
Where was I? Hello. It's Halloween.
Ha! We got you.
Ha, you thought that I had committed a sad on Brendan.
So yeah, if you're looking for any improv comedy, hit us up because we're the 2 funniest guys that we know. That's
We're
for
the
sure.
worst.
Yeah. We didn't script any of that though, which is kind of impressive.
That's true. I wasn't expecting you to dodge underneath, but when I saw you move in the dark, I was like, hell yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
Genius.
All right, it's about that time. I gotta go
It's about
play
that
some
time.
soccer.
You got to go get wet and muddy and tired,
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
but you get to kick something or someone if you're lucky.
That's true. We have shin guards for a reason, folks.
Use them.
All right, I am signing off. Ethan, are you continuing?
I'm continuing for about another 5 minutes while I get everything cleaned up. This has been Cruisin with the Planet, the Casualist podcast and YouTube live event that is to happen every Wednesday starting 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. This one was a little bit early only because we have obviously our co-host running a soccer game in the cold. You can catch us on our Instagrams and or Twitters, which pull it up. KXTR the Planet 100.7 being the Instagram. KXTR the Planet 107 being 1007 is our Twitter handle. We'll be posting updates and such for that. No computer, I do not need a reboot right now. This has been your host, Ethan Miller, and
Brendan Andrews.
we will be seeing you later.
Bye con Dio, amigos.